Herzama, this is a chilling video. It's a depressing and chilling video that has been released by the Maharashtra BJP legislator. This is coming in from Sion Hospital, is what he says, showing patients who are being treated in the hospital for coronavirus, and they're being put next to the deceased, those who are dead. They're being treated right there. This video that was released has sent across shock waves. In this video, patients can be seen undergoing treatment while lying in beds next to covered dead bodies. These dead bodies are fatality cases of coronavirus itself, covered in plastic. The BJP legislator Nitesh Rane has tweeted out this video and has questioned the administration for laxity. These are the images. Viewers advise, discretionary advice is here because these are very disturbing images. We've of course blurred most of it because these are images of those departed souls, those who have are cases of fatalities of coronavirus. They're being kept here in the same hall, in the same room where other COVID positive patients are being treated. This is not just depressing to see, but extremely depressing for those patients who are being treated there. And more importantly, a question of infection in being placed in the same area with dead bodies. Our correspondent Disha is getting us further inputs here on this. Disha, there is a word that's coming from the dean of the hospital there as well. We'll take up that in just a bit, where he says that they're helpless. But this is, of course, raised issues of safety and also, to an extent, could be mental harassment of patients who are being treated there, and they're lying next to those very patients who have just passed away from the same coronavirus.
Well, that's right. And of course, these are several questions that are being raised by the authorities as well after a video that went viral last night when BJP legislator Nitesh Rane had put it up on Twitter. So, of course, in this, we are seeing that how in Sion Hospital, in one of the ward, how the dead bodies are wrapped in black plastic, and just next to it we can see how there are several patients who are undergoing treatment, who are taking treatment. We are also looking at the patients' relatives as well at that point in time, sitting at the same board where the dead bodies are really kept. So these, of course, videos were really shocking at this point in time. Of course, it is not only mental harassment for the patients who are undergoing treatment, but it is sort of a filthy environment and atmosphere that they really feel that they are undergoing treatment. Firstly, of course, because of the COVID-19 crisis, and of course, as we all know, Sion is one of the dedicated hospital which treats COVID-19 patients at every given point in time. So we do not really know whether the dead bodies that were wrapped, whether those were of COVID-19 patients only, the deceased, or they were other, ailment patients disease. So that we do not really know so far. But yes, when Mirror Now questioned the Sion Hospital dean for that matter, he went on to say that he did not deny that the video is not of the Sion Hospital, but of course he did not even agree or deny to the fact that whether this video is a recent video or an old video that is shot. But of course, in a further conversation, he did really go on to say that there's several ground difficulties that they are facing due to this COVID-19 crisis. First and foremost, what he actually pointed out to the fact that whenever there is a COVID-19 patient death, the relatives do not come forward to claim the body. So there are these protocols and rules and the guidelines that have been set by the government of Maharashtra. Said it is very clear that whenever a COVID-19 patient dies, within 30 minutes, the hospital staff, they have to hand over the dead body to the relatives in the presence of the police. But the Sion Hospital dean says that in such a situation, the relatives do not come forward to claim the body. So that then, in this situation, there's a delay. Relatives, either they switch off the phones, or either some of them are in isolation, or some of them just are absconding. So in these scenarios, it is very difficult for them to actually give away the dead body without any knowledge of the relative or the police for that matter. Secondly, he also pointed out to the fact that how not every body can be kept in the mortuary. They say that already they are facing a lot of shortage of beds as far as the mortuary is concerned, because in mortuary they have only 15 dedicated COVID-19 beds at this given point in time, and 11 till today are completely occupied. So they cannot actually go and keep everybody in the mortuary. So the Sion Hospital here has ordered a local inquiry into this matter. They are, asking all the ward members, ward staff, the nurses, the doctors, the healthcare workers, patients, of course, who are working there, as to who actually shot this video at any given point in time, and whether it is a recent video and why it was being done. BMC on their part, they have not really responded to our queries till now. Seher, BMC has not even ordered an inquiry into this entire matter yet.
Okay, Disha, stay with us. Those are a lot of details that you've sent us across, as this continues to be extremely depressing scenario here, where there's not enough space to keep the mortal remains here, not enough time to contact the family not being able to take the bodies for their final rites. These are all ground realities, of course. And in response to that chat that you had, the dean of this concerned hospital here saying that he's not sure if this video was old or new, which is what Disha just explained. But an inquiry that has now been initiated here on this, the dean has claimed that several relatives of the deceased, of the COVID-positive patients, were reluctant to claim the dead. Let's take a listen into that chat.
In fact, I tried to get it from the sources. It looks like one of our ward, that is one sure. I don't know when exactly the video is, because nobody is able to tell me when exactly the video was shot. The most probable reasons which we are facing this time is the relatives, like we have to hand over the body to the police. Along with the relatives.
Yes, sir. Yeah, understand.
Police forces also trained up. So police force, they just acknowledge it. Okay, they are aware of it. We also inform the MOH, because those things are involved. Administrative, we have to inform the police, we have to inform the MOH.
Okay.
And many times now, this is a situation, relatives, once there is a death, relatives don't turn up. Then the moment we call up relatives, they will say we'll come in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And this process gets extended, and sometimes the phone is switched off. When the phone is switched off, we have to, so entire this process, we really are not sure whether the body to be kept in the ward or to be shifted in the mortuary. Because simultaneously the ward is full with patients whose treatments are undergoing.